All right, for these piriformis exercises, start with a good warm up to get some blood flow in there. This is a kind of a donkey kick where you go straight back all the way, turn out, come around, so it's like a circle. I'm just going to do a couple of each of these things on each side. You can probably do 5 to 15 ideally. Then this is to loosen up through those hip joints. So if you keep your legs bent like this, let them fall down to one side and then down to the other. Go through this several times. If you've actually got tightness on the piriformis or gluteus medius, you'll definitely feel it loosening up. The bridge to work those muscles, again, get something going. If you hold onto one leg, this one, and then just bridge up onto your shoulders using, obviously, the gluteal muscles. Do the other side. Do 5 to 15 of those. This is a great one. So you're going to go into a kneeling lunge, okay? And this is going to go diagonally back, so it'll be pretty far back. Press top of your foot into the floor and press down on that. That's going to be your stability. Okay, put your arms straight up over your head, and then you're going to turn towards this leg that is bent. You're going to turn outside. Do that like 5 times to one side, reverse it, okay, and lean down into this. That's going to stretch out this in here, okay. Basic way to use your back and hips, okay, in a healthy way. Reach up above your head like you're stretching in the morning, okay, kind of like a cat stretches. Stretch up, and your back will curve a bit. Your arms will go up. Now keep it like that. Keep your whole back and arms in one piece, and just bend at the hip joint, okay? So you're going to go back like that, okay? Your weight will shift onto your heels, okay? And just come down like that, and then go from there into like a half squat. Come up and try to put the muscular effort more into the gluteals than your knees, okay? Notice how my knees aren't moving backward or forward. They're staying right where they are. So it's like this is the knee joint, okay? And you can go down as far as is comfortable with that. Again, from the back up through the arms, this is going to all stay in one piece, okay? Now remember that position, because that's going to be important when you come down into it like this, okay? Keep that same back and hip position, okay? Keep back like this. Chest and head are up, the gluteus is back, and you're going to get into a position like you're about to do just about any sport, okay? You've got your knees in a little bit, your feet straight, okay? Okay, now come up out of the squat, back down into it, and then shove sideways with one foot, okay? Up, out of the squat, down into the squat, shove sideways. Try to be using these muscles for the shove sideways. Okay, that's actually what you're working on, is to get those activated like that. Better, easier, healthier way to get into a downward dog from yoga. Start out in plank position, and you're gonna be in plank, okay, and you're gonna keep your heels back. You're gonna be straight here, and from the hips you're gonna come up and back. You're just bending at the hips. Keep the legs straight, keep the back straight. If you have to bend something, make it the knees and not the back. You don't want to round the back. Keep that back in that same position. All right, and then you can walk your hands back into this position, and you can feel that stretch through the gluteal muscles. Okay, you can hold that for a while. If you want to come out of it, walk out of it, then go back in and repeat. Hold it again. Okay, again, probably for longer than I'm doing. For all these things, if it's hitting the parts that are bothering you, you'll feel it. If if something, you're not feeling it at all, that's probably not one of the exercises you need. There's probably 2 dozen exercises here. You can feel what feels like it's working and use that. The other ones you can eliminate if they're not helping you. So this is just kind of a safe stretch called a scorpion, prone scorpion. And so you're basically just going to lie down like this, your arms and legs out. Arms are straight out to the side, more or less. Your legs are kind of like this, and you're just going to lie flat and then turn one leg over, hook it around towards the ground. If you can't get to the ground, that's fine. If you can't even get very far, you can just go up, kind of. And then do the other side. Okay, ideally, I wouldn't have the couch in the way, and try to do 5 or so to each side. This is one of the best things that I've ever learned about this, which is this seated roll. Okay, so your legs out diagonally a little bit, maybe a 60-degree angle. Your arms are going to be out like this. Knees bent more or less at 90 degrees at the knee. And you're going to go, again, turn them both to the side. You can see they're going to be down like this. You're going to turn all the way. You're going to raise your hands up. Okay, and you're going to go back down. All the way back around to the other side. Arms up. Okay, this is probably the best thing for all the muscles through the hips and sacroiliac area. Do that about 5 times each side. And then if you can, what's even better is when you get out to the side like this, come down, you don't have to keep your arms up, come down like this and lean over the bent leg, and you'll really feel that stretch. You can come back up, rotate to the other side, and repeat it on that side. This is a straddle reach, okay? Put your legs as far apart as you comfortably can, sit up straight, put your arms up again, turn towards one side, turn to the other, and then go back to the first side towards your toes. Okay, do the other side, like that. You'll feel this coming all the way up the leg and then up the back, like that. All right, now for the lower back, to loosen it up and lengthen it out now, your basic yoga child's pose. Okay, come in like this and just let the lower back stretch out. While you're down there, you can benefit your rotator cuff a bit by just doing these slight lifts, like a thumbs up. Like this. Like this. It's a very slight movement, but it's good for the rotator cuffs. It gives you something to do if you feel impatient in the child's pose. Like this is another great, great twist for this area. Okay, and it's a little bit of a new sort of a move. All right, so you're going to lie down kind of straight. You're going to have your in this case, your right arm down, touch your left knee to it, okay? This is called a snow angel. Put your hand behind your head, turn like this, and then rotate all the way out. Don't break contact between knee, hand, and floor on this side, okay? So you're twisting yourself around. If you can get this elbow all the way down, great. If not, don't worry about it, okay? Then you're going to reverse the whole thing, left hand down, right knee to left hand, and go that way. Okay, not lunging, squatting position. Stretch up towards the ceiling like a cat, and then hinge like this and come down, okay? Now, see if you can stay there a bit, okay? And keep your head and your arms up, okay? Hold it with a static hold for a few seconds, and then if your back will do this, just release down and just hang like this, okay? And when you come out of the hang, you're not going to reverse it. You're going to bend your knees instead, like this, until you can come up, okay? Then come up like this, okay? My back, again, is bent slightly this way. It's not rounded, okay? Go like this. You can straighten the legs up a bit. Go like this. You can do a few good morning repetitions work on, you're both strengthening the muscles and flexing them, stretching them, okay? Come out like this, all right? And then now go into a wide stance, wide arm squat, okay? So looked at from the front, it's like this, okay? And again, you should be feeling this through here, not really in your knees. This is a great skiing exercise, okay? And when you're ready, you come back up like this, and go back up into the stretch, come down. Put your feet apart, pretty wide. Let's see, you can see it like this. Again, arms stretch up, go back, hold this, okay? I'm bent pretty far down, maybe not quite horizontal. It's a good stretch, it's hard, and then put your arms out to the sides and keeping your legs, don't twist your hips, keeping your legs like this, twist just your shoulders, and get one hand down if you can. And then just stay in that tripod for a few seconds, a few breaths. Back the other way. You don't have to repeat it. You can go back up out like this. I usually squat up out of it. I would never skip. I do that every day. So we're almost done here. The lunge stretch, this is a good one if you can go into a lunge. It's easier to go into a lunge if you go backward than if you lunge forward into it. You're more stable. All right, give yourself a good long position like this. Arms up and back, arc back a bit, and then in the direction of your bent leg, lean over a little bit. You'll feel that all through here. Okay. You can just do maybe 4 breaths, 5 breaths on each side. Best one that I would never miss doing is a yoga move. It's called the pigeon. Let's see. The easiest way to get into it probably is to start from this thing that we were doing earlier. Rotate to the side, okay? Both knees are bent like this, okay? And then you're going to go over the front one, okay? You can keep yourself up in your hands, and then walk your back leg back as far as you can, and then you can go down over this one. Hold that for as long as feels useful, and then put your hands close together and stretch back as best you can. Eventually you can bring your back leg up and grab it, but that's not the beginning step. That gets a great stretch all through here, all through the back. They got me in good shape. I would not skip those. I do those after any run, any basketball, any biking. And then when I go to tie or untie my shoes, I just do this simple thing. I mean, every time I do it. Cross your legs in the typical guy style. In fact, you should probably sit like this, changing legs about as often as you can. And try to lean over it like this when you tie your shoes. You can see this is actually really stretching in here, but it's one of the best of all these stretches. That's all the stuff I've got, and see how that works for you.